see I just turned back into professional mode in 2 seconds. Hello, Debbie, Tasha Mack, Angela, Ashley, Lisa. Hey, Jazzy. Who else we got here? Fabby Duran. I know what your last name. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Hey, everybody. I'm sorry. I swiped something by accident with my fingers. All right, everybody. Hello. Our girl is here. I am Erin Stevenson. I think everybody knows that because you're logged on to this. It's Thursday, and I go live every Thursday. And for those who don't know what this is, hey, Kimberly and Suzanne. Hey, everybody. It's Naked Truth Thursday. Yay! Yay! We haven't. It's a closed bottle. We haven't even had our drinks yet. We're going to drink them with you. So if you have your water, your coffee, water, wine, Prosecco, champagne, beer, coffee, I don't know, tea, have a drink with us. I do this every week now. I've started back up. Last week was my first Thursday back. Excuse me. I'm excited. Last Thursday was my first Thursday back after taking a nice little hiatus just to regather and finish my album and all that cool stuff. But for those who don't know it, there's a lot of new people on here who don't know what this really is. About 4 years ago now, 3, 4, somewhere in there, who knows, 2021, and it's October. So whatever this is, I started going live because people said they knew my resume, but they didn't know me and my personality. And I was coming out with an album. So I decided to go live for every Thursday and tell the truth, the naked truth behind the meanings of the songs, the stories behind the songs, how the songs came to be. And I would have my glass of wine because I'm a real girl like that. And I got to tell the truth. If I decide to talk, I'm going to tell you the truth. Don't ask me unless you want to know the truth. Okay. So Naked Truth Thursdays, here we are years later, and it's morphed into laughter. It's morphed into tears sometimes. It's morphed into learning and wisdom and growing with each other. And it's a whole community now with my soldiers, SOULDIERS on Facebook. So y'all know I can talk, but today I get to interview a very, very wonderful person. I remember when I first met her, I thought she was gorgeous, first of all. That skin, honey. Chocolate, legs for days. I mean, legs that don't quit. You can't pay for them if you try it. You can pay for fake butts and stuff. You do some squats, but you can't pay for them legs that she got. Okay, I'm just being honest. And her voice, I'm gonna say that because it's so much I want to say. I'm like you yesterday now. It's so much I want to say. Somebody said them legs. Yeah, she got some legs, right? And she got them out right now. I don't know if you're gonna see them on the camera, but they bad, honey. I know we all about it over here. We talk, we lift each other up and them some bad legs, okay? So I'm gonna dive into her. This is about, of course, we're gonna talk about her and the people that she's worked with, of course. But as I was saying about what we do here on Naked Truth Thursdays, me and my community, my tribe, we learn from each other. We grow together. We laugh, we cry, we talk, we're honest, we're real, we're not fake, we're not pretentious. We have our drink and we call it a day and try it again another day, which will be tomorrow. Okay. So without further, wait, before I do that, as I was starting to say, yes, I'm going to talk about her and her career, all that stuff, but we want to get to know her, which is the whole point of Naked Truth Thursday. So many times we see all these celebrities and these stars and people that we know and love, but we don't know them. We know their art. And and again, which is why I started doing Naked Truth Thursday. They knew the resume, but they didn't know me. So that's part of the goal, to get to know these people. And y'all have seen Anna prance across stages around the world. Y'all have heard that voice ring amongst stadiums and festivals, thousands of people back. But do you really know her? And in true Naked Truth Thursday fashion, she has no idea what I'm going to ask her. So what I'm going to start off doing first, I'm going to play you one of her songs, because if you didn't know, Anna's also an artist, an incredible artist, and I love her tone. So please don't go anywhere. Watch this video, take a sip, because this song it's one of my favorite songs by her, because it transcends you to another place. And as soon as I hit the play button and you watch the photos and stuff and get to know her through photo till we talk to her, because she's right there. But here we go, y'all. This is a song by Anna Ross called Chemonics from one of her albums. She has two. So you guys enjoy. And again, if you're watching this on Instagram to see all of this kind of stuff, head on over to Facebook, Aaron Stevenson Music. Head on over to Facebook, Aaron Stevenson Soldiers. Head on over to YouTube, Aaron Stevenson Music. Or go to Anna's page because she's sharing it on her page as well. But here we go, guys. What I like to do.
From Chamonix?
Yes. So before I bring her on, listen to this voice because I just want you to hear her.
You have notched that gorgeous video up in, I don't know, this afternoon. You said, because I didn't do a video for that track, but you've done it now. So.
Everybody, Anna Ross.
Yay! Good to be here. Good to be here. Naked Truth Thursday. I don't know what I'm letting myself in for, but I've always been dying to watch this. But it comes on at like 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning, so I never get to see it.
True.
So now I'm here. And we also have a little bit of extra. So this was this was a decision made earlier in the day that I thought went really well with the whole spirit of Naked Truth Thursday. Because I always see all the beginning. I see it later what I see the catch up where you say, here I am, Naked Truth. I see that bit with the wine, and then I never see any more. But that's the idea because it's exclusive, right? And here we go. Woo! I hope you got your drinks as well. Yeah, let's have a look at some of these. Grab that bottle.
I'm classy. Don't play with me. I'm a lady. But even without I don't have my red cup or my champagne glass because we're in the hotel. Cheers, Anna.
Cheers.
Yay! I'm so excited, y'all.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
All right, so let's get into it. Naked Truth Thursday. She has no idea the questions that I'm going to ask. And again, I'm going to start with her career. Then we're going to talk about her as a person and some cool, fun stuff. If you have questions, get them ready. I see some people have some questions on Instagram already, which is dope. I'm reading all the comments. So if you'll just type them in. Not yet. I'll tell you when to type them in because we're going to talk to her first. But cheers, y'all, to another day.
Cheers.
Yeah, another day to be alive and try it again tomorrow. Cheers. All right, Anna, tell everybody where you're from. I know they hear your accent, but tell them where you're from.
Yes, so I'm from, I was brought up in Newcastle in the northeast of England. I was there until the age of about 19. So yeah, and then the rest of the time I spent in London. I'm hoping some of you, I'm sure most of you or quite a few of you would have been over to London. But yeah, so I spent my first, my childhood and my late teens in Newcastle. And Newcastle, which is a gorgeous people, really friendly people, great nights out on a Friday and Saturday. It's really cold up there.
Cold?
It's cold up there, so people will still go out, but that's maybe why I got the legs out all the time, because they go out with no clothes on, and it's like really cold up there, but they will just go out and party and have a good time every weekend. And so I was there until 19, and then I headed to London because I kind of thought, well, I need to take my music seriously, and I think London is the place I need to be. So then I headed down to London. Yeah.
What was your aha moment to let you know that music was what you wanted to do?
Ooh, well, I was always singing from a really early age.
Mm-hmm.
So let me
tell you why I asked her that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, because Anna's also degreed. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's we have psychology and literature. She's degreed in psychology and literature.
Yeah, as a mature student. So I mean, in terms of a smooth, direct path in the music industry, I decided to turn right. It's not because I didn't enjoy I love music, but I think it's partly because I did actually leave school really early. So I left school at 16 because I knew I wanted to get into music. So I kind of thought, well, why am I still at school?
Why am I here?
I'm not saying that's what everybody should do, but
I'm not gonna do nothing with this. I'm out.
But I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew I wanted to get into bands, and I knew I wanted to be in music. So as far as I could see, the earliest opportunity when I did the minimum amount of exams, and then I left, and then I got into bands straight away. But what it meant was that when I hit, I think like my mid-30s, I was well, maybe that was a little bit, yet in hindsight, benefit of hindsight.
So you went back to college in your 30s?
I went as a mature student.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah. And got 2 degrees?
Well, I did the first degree in English literature, and then I was thinking, well, and then as soon as I finished the degree, I got a job. I got a music touring job. Hello, straight away. No, I didn't get any job in English literature, but I don't regret doing the degree. But so I got a job in music straight after I started working with a band called the Stereophonics, which is a kind of rocky. They're a band from Wales.
But that's not the band that you. Because there's so much to say, so much to know. And we're all here for it. So back to the question, because it's going to lead me to where you were about to go. What was your aha moment that let you know that music was what you wanted to do then? Okay, well, I always wanted to do music, as I said, because I was always singing from a really early age. I don't know if any other singers, do you relate as a singer? Oh, I do.
So as a singer, I was just always singing. Apparently, I was singing before I was really like stringing sentences together. I was singing, I had a flair for it. So I always was into singing. So it was... So in a way, it was always that I was always going to sing. And so it's not as though I was ever, there wasn't like, this is what it was always what I was going to do. Sometimes it's that early on.
It's very true. A lot of us just ignore it though, or let the world defeat us, or parents defeat us, or, well, you need to do this, do that, do this, do this. When most of us already know what we're, desired or created to do.
Yeah.
I think deterred along the way.
I think the thing
I don't think that's crazy at all.
No, I think the thing was that I had really supportive parents that were really supporting me in music, because they knew straight away that they could see that I had a flair for it, and they could see that I really enjoyed it. And so I was lucky enough. I just had parents that channeled that and were all for me doing my thing. So that's really, even though it's perhaps, if you come out with flying colors with all qualifications and you go for a more straightforward route financially, but it was it was never something that they held me back with. They always really wanted me to just do my, they just wanted me to do my thing in music. And so I did, from 16. So did you get involved in a lot of bands? And what did you do? I know it's supposed to be mindful.
No, we're talking about because yesterday, like, and I'm not going to let her do it, because yesterday I was on her show, Watch It Wednesdays, because we're going to get to that.
I'm going to post, because I didn't do that thing with the sharing. I didn't even know about it.
Oh, yes.
No, I'm going to post it. I'm going to post it on all the other things in the next couple of days, so everyone will get to see that,
because she has a show that she does called Watch It Wednesday, or Watch on Wednesday. yeah, I can't listen to you no more. Watch It Wednesday.
What's on Wednesday? What's it called Wednesday?
Watch on Wednesday.
What's it called Wednesday? Exactly. Yeah. Well, we got there in the end. You think it wouldn't be very difficult to remember?
I know.
3 words.
I know, but it's still. We're going to talk about that though, because she interviewed me yesterday, so today is kind of her payback. So I'm not going to let her try to bring this back to me. It's just not going to happen. So you have sung for the likes of Tina Turner, Sting. She has sung and worked with Sting. Who else? Nile Rodgers, of course, Duran Duran. Jamiroquai. I love him, by the way.
Yeah, he's gorgeous, isn't he? Gorgeous. The music is just the music is fantastic, and that was through a friend of mine that I did. I worked on Tina Turner ages ago, and also she did the Stereophonics. And so when she asked me if I wanted to do that, so she'd already been doing that gig for a long time. So it was like a couple of years ago that she asked me. She just I guess the twilight zone of the pandemic. I'm forgetting. We've kind of, the year has gone so quick, hasn't it?
It's a blur.
So it was a couple of years ago, and so I just jumped right on that. I was like, I think I might be able to be available for that.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think I can find.
It's only Jamiroquai.
Yeah, it's only that. That was so.
So I'm curious.
We haven't done anything for a while, but that's because of the pandemic.
But that's everybody don't that's the whole story around the world. I want to know, and I'm sure everybody else does too. How was it working for Tina Turner? What was that like? I mean, because Jesus.
It was extraordinary.
Really.
It was extraordinary. I didn't work with her for a long time. Not that, to work with her at all. It was extraordinary. So she is, when people think of her as that icon, as that tour de force, of that charismatic presence, she's all that. She does not let that kind of charisma and that strength and that kind of power of inner energy that comes right through in the way that she is as a performer. She's such an incredible performer, isn't she? All of that comes through when you meet her. She does not, she just is, she's everything you think she's getting.
She is that.
She is. She was fantastic. So I met her. What happened there was, I hadn't been in London that long. And that weekend, so I was still trying to make my way as a session singer, and there were lots of other there were established session singers that would normally have got that gig, because that was through an agency. When I don't know if people still do agencies, they don't really seem to exist anymore in the way that they did back in the day when I was first starting out. But anyway, so all of the usual singers that would have got that gig, I wouldn't have even got just because there's a kind of peck, which fair enough, if you're established, there's a peck.
My soldiers know why I'm making this face, because go ahead, I know where you're going with that. They know why I'm making this face. Right. But what's meant for you is meant for you. Keep going. Go ahead.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right.
Keep going, Anna. Go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm your amen corner right now. Amen. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
Right. Well, anyway, it did feel natural. It did feel like, oh yeah, okay, well I can fit right. But the time they were all doing a George Michael choir. So George Michael was, and so all of the session singers that are all born and brought up in London and have been quite established in London, they were all busy. And then this work came in on the Friday, and so I'm not saying I definitely, obviously I got the gigs, I was able to do it, and it was incredible. But the opportunity to get it, that came through because all the people that would have been first in the line to be offered it, because they were more established, I hadn't been doing it so long. So they were busy. So then I got the call to go and audition. And I couldn't really believe, I just couldn't believe. And I thought, right, well, you better believe it, because you've just been offered the audition. So go and audition. So I go and audition. And really what what they wanted was someone that could learn the set. I mean, this in like a couple of days. And so I just did my best at the audition, and I just tried to do myself proud and thought, well, if you're gonna just meet her and if you're gonna sing with Tina Turner, do yourself proud so you can come away from that. Even though I was really nervous, you can come away from that thinking you did your best for the audition for Tina Turner. I mean, we always want to do our best at an audition.
I mean, I think anybody walking in there like, hello, I'm Tina. What do you want to do? I think anybody would be nervous. Shit. I mean, it's Tina Turner. That's not like no Rudy Poo person. That's Tina Turner. So how do you overcome your fears? People think that what we do is really easy. I mean, it's fun, no doubt.
Well, sometimes that can be a mindset thing. Like I said, because she is such an icon, and because I loved her to death, I kind of thought I really want to make sure I do my best. And so in a way, I was thinking about me, but then I started thinking she only had 2 days to get somebody. I mean, I wouldn't say, well, that was going through my mind, but she did only have 2 days because the audition was on the Friday and then the first gig was on the Monday, because the backing vocalist that she usually used, I think there was a problem. She was ill or something, or she couldn't make it last minute. So one of them could make it, but obviously they were one short. So I just got stuck in, and I love those songs. That's the other thing, you can be as nervous as you like, and then if a song comes on that you love,
there's a jolt. It just happens.
Like Nutbush City, and it was the high harmonies, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this song. So you just, once you're in the song, then you just go for it. So
let it take over. You let it take over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you try and lose yourself. Well, I don't think I wasn't even thinking at that point. I was into the song. I was nervous, but I did still think, well, all you can do is your best. So I can be quite like logical sometimes, and that seems to, on the times when I do get nervous, that seems to help me with my because I think, well, you can only do your best. That's all you can actually do.
Yeah.
I know it's easier said than done sometimes.
But no. But it is part mental. Sometimes you have to, like you said, I think that's extremely true. I mean, all you can do is your best. What more? You're not superhuman. You can't say superhero powers take over. No, this is all I got. So let's just give it. And whether that's enough of them, it's always going to be enough for you. Your best should always be. It's always enough for you because it's your best. So,
I really enjoyed the song. I mean, there were, it's Tina Turner. It's those songs, Nutbush City. You know what? The music did take over in that audition, because it was Nutbush City Limits, it was River Deep, Mountain High, and I'm just thinking, and all the band were right into it. And the other thing that was incredible was that when she rehearsed, I don't know if she just did it. I didn't get that impression. I got them. When we were talking yesterday about what did you learn? In that moment, she goes for it.
Hold on. Her question to me yesterday was, what's something that I've learned from some of the people that I've worked for, and something that I still take with me to this day. So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So is there anything that you've learned from the people that you've worked with, like one tip or something?
Yeah.
And in that moment, what I learned from her is she was in the rehearsal, but she went for it like she was at a stadium.
Really?
So I was thinking we were gonna. Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna sit down, but I was thinking, when you're in rehearsal, you're in
like
rehearsal
just
mode.
going through the motions.
She was in the rehearsal room. She was all over the stage,
killing it.
Like when you did that, Gina. She was like that. She was like the energy. I'm like, what? And what happens is that everybody's energy,
it made everybody else come up.
Everybody's energy lifted, like we were all in the stadium.
Yeah.
And we were in a rehearsal room in North London somewhere. And also, I mean, it cuts down rehearsal time because
it's like, all right, done.
Yeah.
When you hit it.
Yeah, but her rehearsals were phenomenal. So I kind of thought you just get right into it. And it just kind of shortcuts that whole thing, because she was giving her all in the rehearsal as though we were doing a stage.
That's a message right there, everybody. That's a message right there.
I'm not saying I carried that forth every single rehearsal.
No, but it's still something too.
But I noticed that. I mean, that was a big notice. I kind of thought, right, where she was in rehearsal, there wasn't really any difference.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, the fact that you're that generous in a rehearsal in terms of your performance. So anyways, we did that.
You just said something that's pretty monumental. You might cut a lot of time in half if you just go ahead and give it your all one good go, and everybody go home. Save everybody a lot of time and a lot of money, whatever you're doing in life. One good go full throttle. Everybody go home. Boom. What's next?
And
That's
it also
cool.
meant that you had to, just short circuit.
And it made everybody else around her level up.
Yeah. And because there wasn't, obviously she's been doing it for ages, but the self-consciousness in a way went because you were at a gig.
Yeah.
So mine kind of, I just got swept up in anyway. So yeah, it's not like I toured the world with it for like 10 years. I didn't. I did that.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Hell, you put me in the presence of Tina Turner one time. I did it. Lord, I have been blessed. What are you saying? Girl,
exactly.
Please.
I did feel like after I finished it, I thought, right, you've done that now. You can always retire, Anna.
Terrence just said raise the vibration, because what she did, when you have that type of control and you do it, you raise the vibration of everyone else around you.
That's exactly what she. That's exactly.
And Tasha just said, "Go." I mean, what she said. I read it a second ago. Oh, give it your all at every opportunity. Yeah. Preparation, practice like a professional on stage every single time. Calissa said, "Go full out every time." So let's get back to you for a second, because I named this list of people that she's saying for. Janelle Monáe. No. We're gonna come back to you because I want them to get to know you. Your resume is your resume, but Tina Turner I had to ask about. I'm going to ask about Duran Duran too, because I know it's a bunch of Duranis on here. And I got about 2 questions before we keep the party going. So, most people also don't know that you've had your own major record deal before.
I did when
Anna was signed. As Anna has had her own record deal, you guys, and which it's gonna segue into another question that I have, back to the background singing thing. But tell us about that time in your life when because you are your own artist now, but you've actually had a record deal.
I did have a record deal. So, I said I left school when I was 16, and then 16, and then I went to music college, but then I was in lots of bands. And I hooked up with somebody, and we got signed. We got signed by the head of Chrysalis at 19. I think I was signed at 19. So in terms of like getting on your path and going for it, it worked out. There was a program at the time that we kind of did a regional program, but that was featured. If you managed to get a TV slot. If you're an upcoming artist, again, I don't know these days how easy that is. It tends to be that you have to be really established to get on the TV. But back in the day, you could do does that happen sometimes? Yeah, you can still do regional stuff, right? You can.
Regional, you can.
Yeah,
regional, but like it depends on what regional show that is, though.
Right, okay.
It's not the same.
Right, okay.
But you can still do regional. Yeah, I hope that made sense.
Yeah, this makes sense. This made sense as well. like we're talking about regional and. Regional or national or this one. This is great.
It's kicking in.
It's kicking in, yeah.
So how did it go for you though?
So
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it went well, and then we got signed. We got signed by the head of Chrysalis. Unfortunately, I didn't realize, but I wasn't writing at that time. And we had a backlog of songs. They were all great songs. What we got signed for were about 3 new songs that had a real kind of almost like a jazzy classical vibe to them. We got signed for those songs, but I wasn't writing at that time. But the person I was writing with, he had this backlog of songs. I didn't know this until years later, actually. He was insistent that he wanted those released. I didn't actually know that.
Wow.
So he didn't want to release the songs that got our attention to the record company. I didn't know that, but I just think kind of forgive and forget. This is decades ago now, but I only found that out recently because I couldn't quite understand why we weren't, because I know that was the route. So, but I wouldn't say, I was young, and I still don't regret, these things are all a process. I don't regret that experience. And he wrote some brilliant songs. It's a shame for him because he was much more, he'd been in the industry and writing for a lot longer than me. And it was a shame for him because he wrote those songs as well. You wouldn't think it would matter which song to him.
Don't make me say what I really want to say.
What do you really want to say?
Where is it now?
Well, he's still a really good writer now.
I'm sure he is.
He's still a really good writer.
But he has a family. But the way that life goes, the way the circle of life, karma, all those things.
It doesn't make him any less of a good writer. He's a brilliant writer.
Hey, R. Kelly is a hell of a person too, but look where he is. Just saying. He writes great songs.
Yeah, karma.
I'm gonna be your real friend.
Karma takes you where you.
I'm gonna be your real friend. Just saying. With a smile. But do right by people. Life does right by you. Yeah. But I'm not here to talk about that.
that was then.
Your amen corner came back for a second. Your amen corner. Keep me in my place.
What it facilitated was it meant that I had a good CV when I came out of that. People were interested in me, and agents were interested in me to go because because I've been in a record deal for a long time. Well, it felt like a long time. And for anyone that's doing music, if you get signed or if you're in music and you're like from 19 to 23, I heard it recently with the songwriter I was working with who's in his mid to late 20s, and he thinks it's all over. And I'm like, don't think that if you start when you're like 15 or 19, by the time you hit your mid 20s, it's over. It's not.
Take that from us.
It's not. But I thought it was. I remember that when I was that age, I thought it was as well. And it really isn't. You've got a whole lifetime to do your thing.
That's true. I can't lie to you. I went through a phase where like, oh, well, they think I'm ancient.
So what you gonna do now? In your late 20s. And
I went through that too.
You're not. So anyway, so what it facilitated, what it meant was that that agents, and it was good on the CV, and it meant that I did get when I wanted to go in, when I went into session work, people were interested because they knew that I'd come from a deal. So
no such thing as a bad situation. You learn from it, and everything happens for a reason. Would you say?
Yeah. It did happen for that, specifically for that reason, as it turns out. But it did mean that, exactly. I was able to go on and do and get sessions, and I loved that. I mean, did you as well?
Yeah.
Just getting into the touring thing in my early 20s, I started working with Lisa Stansfield. I don't know, Lisa Stansfield.
Been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know when, I don't know why.
You know it.
Oh, Lisa was massive here.
Yeah, it was. That's right. Yeah.
My mom used to sing. I met my mama. This is my mama's song. Baby, that's why I always say I'm a lady. Okay, anywho. I may not be a lady. Yeah, but what?
I'm
a woman. That's right. From Monday to Sunday, I work my fingers to the wall. I'm no Christian lady. But guess what, y'all? She's all woman. That's right.
Well, it worked. Yeah, I mean, she writes great songs, Lisa.
She's wonderful.
And she works with her husband, Ian, and we just had such a good time. We did 3 tours, and that was where I really, you get to, when you're a young musician and you're doing sessions and you're touring. Okay, it wasn't my record deal, but it was her record deal, and it was great music. That's the other thing. You learn that lesson of, I want to be around great music. I want to enjoy great music. I am a musician, and I really love singing. And so, to tour with these people has been an absolute honor and a pleasure. And it's fantastic. And you get to go all over the place.
So that leads
Rock
me to
in Rio and
all those cool things. So no, go ahead, take a drink. Because because I have to get this in, because I know the Duran is going to want to know. So you've been singing with Duran Duran for how many years now?
2005.
Woo! Since 2005. How did it happen? How did it come to be?
Well, what happened was I had been doing sessions, and then I just, I told you I took a left turn because I thought, oh, maybe I do need to get an education. But I was interested, so I went and did a degree. I came out of I did have another record deal, actually, which was again a good experience. It didn't end up the way I would like it to have done, but anyway. So I came out of that and I thought, okay, maybe do something else. I did my degree, came out. What always happens, I finished it. I take the left turn, I finish it. Get
come right back.
Job. I come right back to the
right on back.
Yeah. So with that one, I finished my. I finished my English.
Wait. I'm sorry, Anna. These comments are crazy. Wait. Not that they're trying to make song suggestions.
Song suggestions
to sing. Y'all, we over here joking. We're not singing for real right now. I mean, that wasn't for real. Been around the world and no, that wasn't for real. No, please, nobody think that. We're having fun.
That's a gorgeous.
But yeah, okay, go ahead. I'm just looking at the comments.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing yes, and I'm seeing trust the process. Exactly, and it is a process. So yeah, I just really felt so excited to have gone all around the world. I mean, we went to the States a lot. That was the first time I went to Japan.
Oh wait, how did you end up singing with Duran Duran?
Oh, with Duran Duran. So that was, I was still doing sessions, and a guy called, was actually, he introduces himself. He used to introduce himself as Lenny Kravitz's cousin.
Uh-oh.
Hi, I know he's gorgeous.
Is he really Lenny Kravitz's cousin?
He is Lenny Kravitz's cousin, so he can introduce himself as Lenny Kravitz's cousin. Jerry DeVoe, and I used to do a lot of demos for him as lead vocal demos for publishing companies. And then I went and did my degree, and I wasn't doing any, and also I'd been signed, and I wasn't doing any sessions. And then I just got this call out. I got this call from Jerry saying, Anna, yeah, actually, I'm not going to, after yesterday, I'm not going to bother trying to do an American accent. So anyway, so he said, Anna, I would love you to go, and Simon is looking for a backing vocalist. And I haven't heard from Jerry for about, I don't know, a couple of years. But again, it's the way that things come back around. Things just come back around. And so he said, would you like to go and audition? So it was through somebody that I'd worked with several years before. And that's how it can happen too, isn't it? Yeah. When you're just... I
always tell you that it pays to be kind to people, because you just never know when, where, what, or how.
No.
You know? No. Or who? Lenny Kravitz's cousin. You ain't Lenny Kravitz's cousin.
You know, it's Lenny Kravitz.
Turns out he's Lenny Kravitz's cousin. You could be like, boy, please, bye. No, you know. Be kind to people. You never know what your blessing's gonna come packaged up in.
Yeah. So that's how I got that gig. Yeah, that's how I got that audition. And I went round to Simon's house, and sang Come and Done. It was, I think it was like, I got the call like the day before. Again, sometimes it's like that with the sessions. It really, so there's not enough time. If there was enough time to really process, you might get really, really nervous. Sometimes there isn't enough time. It was like, it was either that afternoon or it was the next day. I think it was the next day. And so by the time I'd kind of, I didn't even reflect on it until after. Yeah, I hadn't had time to think about it. I just got myself over there and did an audition. And like 15 years later, here I am chatting with you.
And you. Speaking of time, it's already 9:43. That's insane. That is insane. So, okay.
That's what happens.
It happened yesterday too. We were like 30 minutes already gone. But there's still so much. So here's what I got to do, because I want to, I'm sure you guys have your questions. Hold on, Fabi. I got you on that. I would love to know. Don't answer this yet. Okay. I would love to know if Anna is married or has kids. I met her so many times, and I've never asked her if she feels like applying. Wait. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to that, Fabi. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna ask that. I'm gonna finish with her. Gotta answer this, please. I have a very good question for Anna. Okay, hold on, Lisa. I see your comment. Let's get to her really in her music for a second. I want to play another one of her songs, one of her videos. And then we're going to get to all that personal stuff. Okay. Because don't be nervous. It's okay.
I'm not nervous.
Somebody says,
it's been a great interview. I got to go.
No. Somebody says, sip it, girl. I'm going to tell her right now. Sip it, girl. Another one of Anna's songs, you guys.
Thank you.
She has 2 albums out. 2 albums, by the way.
I do.
This one is from her song called First Day. And play.
All the meanings, all the words, I'm nothing to lose but myself. If this is the first day, don't get away. It's a good place to start. You question the answers, all that you thought that you knew, some that got you this far. Be unafraid, the lesson it played, and this beauty of faith. Where there's more to live and there's more to life. Where there's more to live and there's more to fight. Where there's more to fear and there's more to fight. No rehearsal and no limit. And the more you risk and the more you try. And the more you love and the more you cry. At the moment where there is no more life. And that moment's got your name on it. Let it go. about the face and turn round and you come full circle. So how many times, how many turns before the light goes on? It's not always a wonderful life, and this moment's more than a dead in your pride. There's no reason to run, there's no reason to fight, no rehearsal, there's no limit.
Right, I'm going to be catching up. I've got a lot of catching up to do because this just looks like so much fun.
They can hear you right now.
I know I don't care. I
I
just
know
really
you don't
enjoy
care.
it.
I just let you know.
I'm saying I don't care because I'm just like really just vibing off your Naked Truth Thursday. This is why you all tune in, isn't it?
Yes.
Because it's really good fun, and I just well, it's 4 a.m. but now I know I'm going to be watching them on YouTube. I'm going to be watching them.
Well, we got another one of her songs. Calista said, this beat got me hyped. Wait till the next song that I play. So it's safe for me to say, there was her song called First Day from her album, your first album, right?
My first album. And I co-wrote that with Simon.
That's right. And did Nick do the video?
Not for that one, no. Not for that one.
Which one did Nick do the video
So he did the video for Early AM, which I haven't released yet. I've released trailers. Yeah.
And then JT did a remix, right?
He did a remix of First Day. So there's a remix of that, which is on my YouTube channel as well. And that's all. That's
dope.
all. Yeah.
But Simon co-wrote that song.
He co-wrote that song, yeah. And it was that again, we discussed this in that interview yesterday. It came about because we were thinking about ideas for lyrics, and it came about after I'd had a chat with him because we were talking about how to go about doing stuff, and I was asking about, I don't know, maybe some industry questions, or how do we do this and how do this is. But he said, well, you can do this and you can go about this, but it's got to come from you. If you've got these ideas, the impetus has got to come from you, and people kind of get involved, but you have to be the driving force in that. And it was really good advice. And from that came the lyric First Day, to kind of just not be a passenger in your own life.
Don't be a passenger in your, I'm sorry, don't be a passenger in your own life. Ooh, t-shirt. Don't be a passenger. No, it's what we said yesterday. Instagram post. Swipe. Ooh, don't be a passenger in your own life. They got copy and paste that way. Yeah.
I know these little sound bites. I guess if you're lyricist,
don't
maybe you're gonna have
passenger in your own life. Come on, somebody. Yes.
Well, that was what it was about. That's what he was. Yeah, that's what he was kind of basically saying. So I thought that's really good advice. If you want to make something happen, you have to have that. Be proactive. You can't sit around and expect the world to owe you a favor. So that was what that song was about. Even if things aren't feeling great for you right now, it doesn't mean to say you have to like do everything, but do something. It's that in that kind of action, isn't it? And taking responsibility.
So what made, speaking of everything that you're saying, what made you, because you've sung for all these amazing people, had a record deal, you know, that did what it did and does what it does. But then you've toured and done the background singing part. What made you come back to say, hey, let me put out some of my own music again? What made you do that? What was your motivation?
Well,
because some people would have gotten defeated, and we learn here, you know, inspire each other. What happened?
Well, what happened was I thought, hang on a second, you were always going to do an album. When are you going to get round to it? There was that epiphany moment where I thought somehow it was going to happen. I thought, well, it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened as though in the spirit of First Day, as though somehow somebody else, somehow it's gonna, and you really have to. I mean, I'm your constant inspiration in that, because you make stuff happen. You know, I've just arrived down here and we've got Instagram up there, and we've got this here. I mean, I brought the wine, fair enough. I made the wine happen with Kimberly. I've just got to give Kimberly a shout out. Got to give you a shout out because you took me straight to the liquor store, and you showed me how to do captions on Instagram as well. You know, so that's extra information.
It's okay.
But anyway, but thank you for this, because I knew it was Naked Truth Thursday.
Oh wait, so I should say thank you too, because I thought, hey Kim, I know who you, Kim. I saw y'all picture earlier today. Hey Kim, thank you, Kim.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so I got to that moment where I thought, well, you need to make that happen. You need to, and if you don't know how to do something, you can acknowledge you don't know how to do it, and start to try and find out, you know, try and find out how to go about it, but make it happen, because I knew that I would regret it if I had never done an album. I got to that point where I thought, you were always going to make an album okay, well, you need to get round to it because otherwise it's not gonna. So it was just that light bulb moment where you think, and I also took the pressure off myself and thought, okay, well, don't think about what's going to happen with it. Just focus on making the album. Just enjoy that process of making the album and get it done. So that's
and whatever happens, happens. But that's the joy. So many people miss. I think we were talking about this yesterday too, about that whole process. They're so focused on what's going to happen, when, if, what if it doesn't, that you miss the joy of the process.
Yeah, I was ecstatic when I actually made that decision to. Did you feel like that as well?
Oh heck, my day was yesterday. No,
I'm not telling you.
My day was yesterday. No.
It's not happening. All right, yeah. So I felt, I did. I felt that.
But I did. I'm going to answer that. I did feel that way.
Yeah.
But I want to play another one of her songs. This is her song called Fall Away, and I'm humbled and blessed and lucky enough to have lended some background vocals to this song. But we had so much fun shooting this video out on the road. I think we're in Japan or somewhere, right?
We're in Japan, yeah. So it is a collection of footage from the last tour, because it was just good times, and it's just really, it was a lovely opportunity to put them all together and make this video.
Yeah, but listen to the words again, because she sings with the message as well. So enjoy Fall Away. Oh wait, let me go back. I'm sorry, I'm doing that wrong, and I'm doing it right. Come on.
Some clouded thoughts can shade everything. Hearing the noise and hustle now, it could all be clearer. You wanna remember how exactly we got to be this way. Well, I couldn't tell you if I tried. And do you really need to know? Gone with the bad seeds in this ground. Gone with the glow and the bravado. Kick to the curb tonight. Won't we go where we're headed? Because tonight we are bright. We light up like satellites. And the minutes inside are breaking. They will all fall away. We'll be on the edge. It's a fine ride. Leaving the down and the demons swaying down your mind. Behind. So let it all fall away. Let it all fall away. Fall away. Fall away. Let it all fall away. Fall away. Fall away. Let it all fall away. Fall away.
The guys in the back. The guys in the back. Go to them.
Just have to change it and what I want to don't even hold on to stay here. Try to control it. Gone are the bad seeds of this ground. Go with the blow and the bravado. Leaving it all behind tonight. Living in this tonight. We are right. We are right. Like satellites. Satellite media. Satellite breaking. Don't fall away. You can be on the edge. So fine right. Leaving the doubt and the demons swaying down your mind. Behind. So let it all fall away.
Yeah. Legs. Look at them legs. Look at them legs.
Yeah, and that was inspired by you, because I remember you showed me like the app, and I was like, okay, because you were making some videos.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, if it hadn't been for you showing me how to use I don't know which one it was, but there's quite a few of them. And so I thought, okay, I'll have a go at this. And that had more more people interested in that ones than some of the ones that I put before.
Ain't it funny how the things that just seem to happen be the ones that get the most attention? I equate it to this. You know how women, we can attest to this, right? When you really try, you get your hair freshly done, you put on all this makeup, put on a nice dress that you bought specifically for the occasion. Nobody says anything. But you leave out your house with no makeup on, some sweatpants and a cute t-shirt, some slippers, a nice fitted sundress that you paid $5 for. And everybody's like, oh, you just look so nice. He's like,
yeah. What about that thing that I just
yesterday? I tried.
And all that maintenance.
Yes. I tried yesterday. Okay. I put in time for this outfit. And nobody says nothing. Girl, pick up a phone and say, hey. I was like, it's the best video ever.
I gotta lie. Yeah, everyone's like, I love that video. I'm like, well, I'm really happy because I love that. But you know what? There is a lot of love in that video.
It is.
So many good memories. There's so many good memories. And it was a pleasure to put the different images together and to just remind myself, we do so much video stuff on when we're on tour. And so I guess that came across with Fall Away. So that was that one. And same thing, I didn't really do that with From Chamonix. I didn't do I did some. You did some. You've done one today, so thank you for that.
It was, didn't y'all enjoy that? I love that. Oh my God, that first song I love.
It's quite a different vibe, that album.
I just play it. And no, it's so many questions I could ask you. I feel like you yesterday. But do you realize it's already been an hour? It's 9:57.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Like we just got to figure out and do it again. Like you said, you're gonna do me again. I'm gonna have to do you again.
It's an hour.
Because I want to get into personal questions really quick. Okay.
It's been an hour. I've got to go.
She's got things to do.
No, I don't.
I
could stay here. I can stay here and ask you personal questions.
Y'all want me to? I got y'all back.
I don't need the. Well, I will have the wine anyway.
Mm-hmm. I got
It'd be rude to say. It'd be rude not to.
That'll keep here about 10 more minutes.
It'd be rude not to.
That's right. That's the excuse, and you sticking to it. It's just
rude. Yeah, I need to be polite.
I'm a joiner. See that? And I'm not a rude host, so I'm not gonna let my friend drink alone.
Thank you so much.
And I'm sticking to that.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. So wait.
I want to sing Back Up with You two ladies.
Lindsay.
Yeah. Finish the wine.
She said,
"Hey, you got your priorities right, Debbie."
All right. I'm gonna get to the questions. Okay, I'm gonna ask. Okay, Anna, I want to get them all in. So just try to get them. This is by Anna Bird. She says, "Hi, Anna and Aaron. Such a simple question, but what is your? I'll do this one for you. What is your favorite Duran Duran song?" That is from Anna Bird. She's on Instagram, y'all. What is your favorite Duran Duran song?
They've got some great songs
to sing.
To sing.
That maybe that'll simple.
Well,
yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, the slow. I'm gonna have to do two because the slow one is "Ordinary World" because it's such a beautiful song. It's such a beautiful song. So that is just such a gorgeous song, and I do love singing it. The fast. Ooh. I really like Notorious. You like Reach Out for the Sunrise, right?
Girl, I could have, listen, anybody who knows me, when I go out to a club, I find me a corner. I don't care who's around. I find me a corner and I have a good party by myself, right?
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Reach out for the sunrise. That's my personal party song,
yeah,
girl.
That's a
y'all can lose me on that one.
I know. I can tell how much you love that because you nearly take my eye out when you start doing this. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, we're going into this one now. All right, Erin's on that one. Yeah, but it's a great, that's a great song. But so I do love that as well. But I would say, Notorious. I just think Notorious is fun. Is that one that Niall did?
You played on that one. Nile Rodgers, Chic.
Yeah.
So you got it right. Sunrise and Ordinary World for me. It almost makes me cry every single time we do it. It's like I have a moment every time we sing Ordinary World.
I know. How many songs do that to you? I know that we sing it quite often when we're with them, but it does every single time.
Every single time. Okay, I'm scrolling back up. Don't go anywhere. Brad said, no question, just a validation comment. It's an honor to know Anna. Both Aaron and Anna are a musical talent for us to be reckoned with.
Oh, thank you.
It's an honor to know you, Anna.
Yeah,
Hey,
you very
Brad.
much. Hi.
Okay, I'm
Brad.
going all the way up. Oh, I see all these questions. What is your favorite solo part of a Duran Duran song, and is there a least favorite? Okay, that's a cool. Somewhat the
Oh.
same, but what is your favorite solo part, Anna, of a Duran Duran song, and is there a least favorite
Solo part that I do?
that you do?
Well, I do love doing Pressure Off. I mean, there's the new the new album's out now, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's
I can't
out.
say
It's out.
because I've got to be. It's just going to be good. There's a couple of new ones. There's some parts that are going to be happening that are interesting. But of the ones that we've been doing, I love doing Pressure Off. But I also really enjoyed doing. I can't remember which song it was now, but the diehard Durans will probably tell me. There was one that Grace Jones featured on. That was really good fun to do.
I love me some Grace Jones.
So if anybody wants to tell me, remind me what that was. I sang it enough times when we did it. We did it on one of the previous tours, and that was really good fun to do. But I can't remember what song it was.
So one of them I'm going to tell you. I'm gonna scroll down because I'm going back, but
Okay.
I'm sure the answer will be down there by the time we get to it.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So Anna.
And I love Come Undone.
Oh yeah, Come Undone that's kind of like a
gorgeous.
given. That's almost like a given.
That's gorgeous.
That's everybody's favorite Duran. Well, not favorite, but one of every.
It's
Everybody
gorgeous.
has a list of Duran Duran favorite songs. Everyone's gonna have Come
They've
Undone.
done so many. I mean,
Yeah.
they write
I
good
remember
songs.
I had a friend come to one of our shows, one of the Duran Duran shows, and she came with me, and she was like, "Oh, it's Duran Duran." It's like, "Yeah," but she knew Duran Duran maybe like one song. But by the time she left, she was like, "I knew the whole show, and I didn't know it."
I know. That's the thing with them. You do.
Yeah.
You
She
do.
didn't
I do
realize.
anyway, but I did. But yeah, most people that Save a Prayer is I mean, I haven't got a solo in that, but it's a gorgeous song. I mean, why do you think we don't want to go anywhere, do we?
I know. It's like,
yeah, I know. It is like,
yeah. I mean,
it is we're fans as well.
Okay, I got another question. You got a couple of questions, so we're going to get to men. Okay.
All right.
I would love to know if Anna is married. No, she's not married.
I'm not married.
Do you have kids?
I don't have kids. No, I don't have kids.
Oh, I'm going to ask a question to complete that. Why not?
Well, I think having kids, well, anybody that's got kids, I imagine, it's got to be the right person, hasn't it? And so it never felt like the right person.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
So I think,
Even would you say the same thing for marriage as well? This is Naked Truth Thursday, by the way, people. We're honest, we're real, we tell the truth. We are real people. And you get to know the real person. So it doesn't have to be filtered or the proper correct answer.
Sometimes, I'm not going to be a cynic, but sometimes people get married and get divorced. I've had a few long-term relationships where some people might have married those people and then they'd be divorced. I just didn't have the divorce papers and all that hassle. But it's not like I didn't have the commitment and I didn't have the long-term relationship.
You just haven't found the one yet.
Yeah, I mean, well, as I said, some people think they find the one, and I'm not saying, and it's a shame. I wouldn't want it to be the case, but you don't wish it on anybody. But the statistics of divorce are very high. Not that we want to be wishing on anyone. So I feel like I've had good long-term relationships.
Do you think you'll ever get married?
I'm not ruling it out. I found out there was somebody, I think it was the woman on Bake Off. She got married when she was 70 something. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I've got ages then.
But there's still hope.
There's still time. There's still plenty of time.
Who says I don't have no time?
Yeah, okay. I'm just a spring chicken. I've got I've got a few decades yet.
All right. Somebody said, I knew it. Extended time request. Oh, we're in there. Okay. Lisa, got to answer this question, please. I have a very good question for Anna, and it's kind of long, so I thought I would send it here. Where do you, Anna, find the inspiration for the lyrics to your songs? I find them hard to learn because they are not like most songs that you can listen to and practically guess what the next lyric is going to be. Well, I hear what you're saying, Lisa. What the next lyric is going to be to the song, and especially after hearing it the first time. So, how do you find the inspiration to write your songs? Where does it come from? Because what she's saying is, I got you, Lisa. What she's saying is they're not typical lyrics. They're not the A, B, C, D. Now I know 1, 2, 3 is going to come next.
All right.
Which means you're an artist.
Right. I mean, I guess. Yeah. I mean, there's quite a few different. The first album was quite a lot of those The first album was a very motivating album for me because it was the spirit of wanting to do an album. And then also I knew, because it was my first album, I heard that thing of, right, well, if you're a new artist, write what's close to your heart. Start with you, because then it's going to be true. So don't be pussyfooting around with a load of stuff. I'm not saying it was all about me. It wasn't all about me. It wasn't. But I did kind of make sure that I could relate to it. Like First Day is a classic example of that, because that was about not being a passenger in your life and taking responsibility for the changes you want to see. And I thought at that time I wanted to make an album, and I was kind of thinking, I wonder how this happens, and somebody's gonna, and you think, no, hang on a minute, I need to get to work. I need to make some effort, and then people will get involved. So that was how that happened. And then that's just, I guess, all of those lyrics on that album. Common Line was, I guess, in the spirit of, I like a lot of good lyricists. I mean, Simon's a brilliant lyricist.
He is brilliant. He's
a brilliant lyricist. So any lyricist that inspire you, it's probably like any poet that inspires you, or any, right? They will have an idea, and then they will either put a twist on it, or they think of a less obvious version of it. Sometimes
to be creative and clever about what they're really trying to say.
Well, I think just that's to kind of put a slightly new spin there. It's sometimes to create an image. It's so it kind of creates more of an image, or just puts an unusual spin on something, or it can introduce something. So then it raises people's curiosity. I certainly wouldn't do it just to try and be like clever.
Trying.
No, I wouldn't think, oh, it's got to be. I mean, that'd be the worst reason, But I will do it for the sake of kind of novelty, so that it kind of. And I suppose I am inspired by great lyricists, and Simon, I'm inspired. The Reflex. I didn't know that was a thing, and that's the Reflex. That's not like a lot of the other songs. So any good lyricist, they often take a kind of universal idea, and then they will bring a kind of an imagery or just something that's slightly unusual.
It's not just ABC 1, 2, 3, but the word creates the picture.
But ABCDFG is also pretty cool sometimes.
It produces hits.
You don't have to stay on that all the way through, because that can get a bit like, oh.
But that's just not what your style.
No, I mean, I like to have a bit of both. I don't want it to all be like really like I mean, if someone does it really well, then that's fair enough. But I couldn't be like disappear down that rabbit hole for too long, because I'd be like, oh God,
that's a good one. Like, what's next?
What you're talking about. I might get like an image that I think can represent something, like Common Line, for example. Common Line is the app. You probably know, because you worked in NASA. I didn't know,
but tell them, because that's so she can understand.
It's the line between
I'm sorry.
the stratosphere.
For those who don't know, she has a song that's called The Common Line.
Yeah, and I wish I hadn't said it now, because I can't exactly remember the definition. The definition is, it's that line between the atmosphere of kind of space going into the earth. That's called the Common Line, and I just like the way it sounded. So it was a representation for when people are re-engaging with love. Basically, if you've been holding back, I mean, that's the spirit of the song, is when you've been holding back, or something's troubled you, and you've been distant, and you've been, and so it's when you re-engage with life, and you re-engage with love. That's what that's
it's a simile. So she's comparing it to the Common Line.
Okay, it's a simile. I probably could have said it a lot quicker if I said it's a simile.
No. Come on, literature. Literature.
I know.
You see, I'm saying literature, because you see my horrible literature.
That's lovely.
No, say. You say literature.
That you just said it.
I know, but I said it like me.
You said literature. I like
that's
that as
bad,
well.
though.
I said
that's my
literature. That's like cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Literature. Okay. I got another question. So
let's just do that for the next half hour. It's already been 2 hours.
I know.
Everyone's probably gone to bed by now.
No, they're still here, girl. They're still here, because they have questions, and we're gonna get them. So here's Tasha Mack. She says, and this is a good question. I want to know this: is the experience as a Black vocalist in London the same as in America?
Well, I can't speak for the Black vocalists of America. I can ask you that. You might have to answer a question now, Erin.
Well, you tell me how it is in London, and then I'll say if it's yay or nay.
Well, it depends. I mean, that's a big statement, but I guess the essence of what you're saying is in terms of opportunity. You're talking about opportunity. I can only really speak for myself in that I've never always been clear about what I wanted to do, but when I am clear, it's always, I've always seemed to make it happen. There's a lot of other people involved. It's certainly not just me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the first day is the spirit of implementing change, but that doesn't mean to say that it's all down to you. You realize that everybody it's so many people. It's never just you, is it?
Never.
It's never just you. But I think, yeah, I mean, I feel that I've always been okay with what I've done and my choices, and it's happened. But I can't say that I can't. I think it depends. It can depend on the genre. You might have to try harder. If I was going to be, a gut feeling would be that you might have to try harder, or you might have to get clever about how you're going to weave your way through the industry. But I'm reserved about saying the generalization, because I do think a lot of Black artists are coming up through different styles. But I mean, I can only really, I don't know. Is it difficult in the States? How do you?
Yeah. Wait, what she's trying to
I need
say.
to ask you. I need to ask you how
let me
it
go
is
first then. So,
is it difficult? Is it really difficult
well,
as a Black
what she said
singer?
for a Black artist in America, we have a lot of racial things here.
Right.
And
well, we do.
we let's just be 100. It's Naked Truth Thursday. And and depending upon who you're speaking to, again, this is not my personal opinion, but it is also what I know. So we could differentiate between the two, because I have not given you my personal opinion, but this is what I know.
Instagram.
Yeah. You've come up.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the truth about America when it comes to Black women, we're over sexualized, and a lot of Black women feel like they have to sexualize themselves in order to be seen. But of course, that goes with the agenda that they're pushing, that they want to do anyways. Also,
yeah, I mean, if you want to.
But a lot of them don't want to. They just have to make that choice in order to get put on. And then on the other side of that, within our community as Black women in America, there's this whole light skin versus dark skin women. So they feel like lighter skinned Black, which is so, God, it sounds, to even hear that come out of my mouth and to say that sounds so 1870, I don't know, but sad that it's 2021 and that's still an issue. But this whole light skin versus dark skin, they feel like lighter skinned Black women have it easier in the music industry because they're more acceptable than darker skinned women in the music industry here in America. And then too, as you were about to go, when you said depending upon the genre, there are more white females, no shade, because they're great, but like the Adeles of the world, not because where she comes from, but because she's white, or even the Justin Timberlakes, okay, who are white singing R&B, soul, pop. But if a darker skinned girl tried to do it, it's like a way harder feat for her to, and she could be amazing, like a great. I don't know the backstory to this, but like a Normani, we could talk about Normani. She's in the media every other day. She's incredible, young little butterfly. I just called. That's how I know. Oh, I just said a young little butterfly. I just call her a young little butterfly. Oh, that's how I know I'm getting old. It just happened. But she's a young little butterfly. Gorgeous, can dance, can sing, all the above, and no one can figure out why she has not hit that stratosphere, because she has stratosphere capabilities. But yet the lesser, fairer skinned Black or white girls who aren't, and I'm gonna say it, I said it, who aren't as talented as she is, hitting that stratosphere. So that's Tasha, please let me know if that's the question that you're trying to ask. But for clarification, I think that's what she's trying to say. Is it the same politics musically and in the music industry overseas or in London as it is here? Now I have an opinion about that, because I don't believe it is. Just from my own personal experience, I've made the charts over in the UK before I made them over here in the States. So I'm not for sure if Anna wants to answer that, but I'll speak from my own personal experience with that. And that's because there's a different taste in music over there. I don't think, for me, and this may be, you may have a different answer, it's not as political overseas or in the UK when it comes to music. Either it's good or it's not. What would you say? And they like soul music over there.
They do like soul music over there. I mean, I have over where I am. I mean, I haven't. I've obviously been doing Duran for a while, so I haven't kind of been I wouldn't say I've got like my ear to the ground right now in terms of what's coming up and how it is for young Black artists in that way. So I wouldn't want to say, it's not me avoiding the question, but I wouldn't want to give my voice as though I know 100%, because the honest truth is that I don't know. So then I can only speak for my experience, and my experience of when I was in the industry, and I didn't have those. When I was in the industry, I mean, I know I'm still in the industry, but when I was in the industry as an artist, I did get the opportunities that I wanted to. And the reasons why it didn't work out, I don't think was any, for me, it wasn't anything to do with my color at the time. But I don't think that issue has gone away. I'm certainly not going to sit here and say, oh no, it's all peaches and cream, and there's never any issues that race gets in the way of good talent coming to the fore, because I think unfortunately that's quite a universal problem. I really wish it wasn't, but it is. So I think it's probably, I'm hoping it's better than it was. But I do think you still have to be quite navigate the industry and be quite clever about how you go about things sometimes. And I wish we didn't. I wish you could be more straightforward. But I wouldn't want to say any more about that, because I'm kind of in my Duran niche, and I'm not best placed to give that opinion in a way. I know obviously I'm a Black woman in the industry, but I'm not someone that's actively seeking work. I'm doing my own thing, and I'm quite happy being an independent artist doing my own thing as well. So I haven't really, I'm not trying to get around. I'm not, if you ask me that again in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years time, if I'm trying to get a record deal, I'll probably give you a massive opinion either way. But I'm not someone that I'm not trying to get a record
deal. You haven't been in that, because that's just not.
Well, at the time that I didn't experience prejudice, but that's partly probably because I didn't. But therefore that's not saying it doesn't exist.
Okay.
I think it's I think sadly I think it still is prevalent, but I can't give you an exact kind of statistic, I guess.
Okay. So Francine wants to know, how do you keep yourself how do you keep yourself motivated on those days when you don't feel motivated? When you have ever felt like giving up on any dream you've had? How do you encourage yourself when you're feeling fearful or don't know where to go next with it? When you're on your own without someone to cheer you on, how do you cheer yourself on and keep yourself going towards your dream? Thanks, Anna, and love you guys so much. Yay.
Oh,
good question, Francine.
That is a good question. I mean, I think if you feel like that, then it can be a little bit deeper than the actual dream. It can be more about checking in with how you're feeling personally anyway, because that can manifest out, whether it's your dream or whether it's this or whether it's, but I mean, you did say specifically about the dream. Then I do think, I think certainly trying not to be in denial. Sometimes when you deny the fact that you're actually having those feelings, it can make those feelings worse. But then I think it was, I can't remember where I heard it, but I love little kind of any kind of soundbite that resonates with me, I hold on to. And somewhere ages ago, there was a writer that said, don't focus on confidence, focus on commitment. So you don't always feel confident about what you want to do. You might not always be feeling.
Wait, can you repeat that sentence one more time?
So they said, don't focus on, like, there was something that she said,
because that's good.
Confidence comes and goes. Stay committed to what you're doing. So just remember that you're committed to something, even if you don't like. If you just keep that commitment and keep that commitment in mind.
That's another T-shirt, by the way.
Because your emotions may just kind of again. But then I'm quite kind of logical, which is,
I'm like you yesterday right now. Like, God, dog, I need to write
this, like with some kind of gurus, which is, you know what it is that we do. Everyone has their things that they just kind of try and remember to help those things. And that is a soundbite that I have remembered, because sometimes you can feel a bit off, like, oh, do I? And it's not because you don't want to do it. It's either because, you're trying to keep yourself motivated. But some of that is acknowledging that perhaps you need to just look after yourself. That can be more about self-care, I think, sometimes.
Okay.
It's which isn't actually to do with the goal at all. Does that, I don't know if that's making any sense.
It does. Okay, I got some more questions for you. Okay. Where did he go? No. No, here we go.
We've been on for about.
I know it's
Let's
already 10:20.
be marathon.
It's 10. Okay, I'm gonna try to get about 3 more questions in. Okay, here goes one. I have a question. How do you prepare and help each other for a tour like Duran Duran? And do you feel different performing after what we have all been going through in the world in the past 16 months or so?
More appreciative, more, just do not take it for granted. When I was on the stage with Duran Duran, the first we did a private show in Manchester, and then we did the 2 Birmingham shows. And I mean, I'm sure everybody feels like when you're able to do again what you were doing before COVID, well, I never really took Duran the shows for granted. I always loved them, but it just really
we know what you
endorses
mean.
we
know what you mean by
it
that.
enriches that
Heck
kind of.
yeah.
Oh my goodness! And seeing everybody in the crowd, at one point I was wondering whether we were ever going to see a crowd again.
I mean, this was my first. Everyone knows I've been performing. But this is my first major and it's 16 months, as you said. This was my first major. So I've been in Candyland to answer that question, Jay. For me personally, I've been in Candyland. And that's why I say I don't think you necessarily have to say I appreciate it. No, we all know you appreciate it before, but now it's just like a Jesus.
It was such. I mean, the one that we did at the ACL, the theater that we did wasn't that was ridiculous.
It was beautiful.
It
was invigorating,
and I think everybody feels
hopeful.
Yeah, and I think the audience feels the same because everyone's relieved that we can actually do it.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's not like I lost the faith, but it's still a massive relief that we are all there enjoying shows again. Because at one point, that I thought, how long is that social distancing going? I'm really over it. On the times where you might feel like you want a bit of your own space, and I'm really over my own space.
Pick your problems, right?
I'm not doing any more of my own space. I don't need any more of my bubble, my social isolation bubble people. I just want to get them. I mean, much as I love them all, but I need to get amongst people, and we want to do our job. That's what we want to do.
Okay, so the other part of his question was, and I'll let you answer this: how do we prepare and help each other for a tour like Duran Duran?
Well, cheers.
That was rehearsal. No, I'm joking.
Well, with the rehearsals, obviously because you know all the songs already, and so, but often we can get some live shows from previous tours, and get the vocals, certain harmonies turned up. That can happen, and that happened. That can be helpful. And then we can get together with Simon and just go through the vocals together. Yeah. Without the band. Right. So we'll do that. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of about it. And then you got to learn them. And
then I think it's fair to say too that we have a great chemistry. A great. It's not just natural. The wine. It's not the wine. We were like this before the wine. Just
you see how much wine we've got through. I hardly was drinking at all. I was hardly drinking over lockdown at all, and my tolerance level since I've started.
Wait, it's not my fault though. It's not my fault.
It's not your fault.
Okay,
don't judge my juicy. It's not my fault. This has happened. I mean, I just came back onto a Duran Duran, and I'm not blaming Duran Duran either, but I'm like, how come my tolerance level for alcohol's gone right back up? I was really pleased with myself that it was like, oh, I can only just, I could just have a sip these days.
And it just
all of the COVID, I wasn't drinking at all, and I really don't. I think namaste. I don't think I'm going to drink much more. Yeah, that's like, and look, how much we got left. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. Everybody's probably gone, and it's about
they're
3
still
a.m. in the morning.
They're still here, and there are more and more and more questions.
Just get more and more debauched. I've got another bottle of wine, but we're not going to do that either. We can't mix it. Yeah.
Okay. Gotta protect that. Did you hear that?
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. Hey Mario, when and where did you two meet? We literally. Oh, go ahead. You got that.
Yeah, well, we met at the rehearsal, didn't we? We met at the rehearsal because
we didn't know each other before.
Yeah, so that was through management, wasn't it? Because management contacted you. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the contact was there, but anyway, they contacted you. They must have known you from a different tour.
No, so someone recommended me.
Okay,
but I didn't know anybody. We didn't know each other until we met at rehearsal. Yeah, my first singing situation was with Simon, and he's the one who hired me. And then once he brought me on, then I met her.
Yeah, exactly.
What else? Let's go. It's a bunch of Just fall away.
A very
wait.
good question.
Oh, I
Oh, you
answered
done
that one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All these comments. Oh my God, you have to go back and read all these. Hi, ladies. So happy y'all are in Austin. Yep, we're still here, and we will see you Sunday.
We will.
Skincare.
Skincare.
Natasha, she said real talk. I think that was about because I know her peaches. I think she was referring to the question about marriage and not wanting to have babies with somebody who's unsure about, or if you was you can get married when you're 70. I think that's what those. She said real talk. I think that's what that was about. This is Naked Truth Thursday. Okay.
I'm not really an owl, but you don't want to stay with the wrong person.
She wants to know your skincare. Calissa is asking about your skincare.
Thank you. Well, I much as I love, well, Erin knows anyway, because I'm like, I love the result of good makeup, but it's not, I don't wear that much makeup. I'm not saying I don't like, I just don't personally, I never really do that. I do it for stage, but I don't really. So skincare, I don't use one product in particular, but I love shea butter. I don't care. I think it's just so nice. I use shea butter.
Do you agree with less is more? I mean, like when it comes to skincare, less is more.
I think, well, different people have different skin needs, don't they? So I think it's really about identifying what your skin needs, but also people have different interests. I think you have to zone in with what you like, what feels okay for you. I don't yeah, I mean, some people have all the tonics and all the stuff, and if it works for you, that's fine. I don't know that you need loads of that stuff though. If I'm totally honest.
So I lied. I've already asked more than 3 questions, but I'm gonna get them in. There's some more questions on Instagram as well. But we're doing good. Okay. Although it's an hour and a half over. But
an hour and a half.
Yeah, girl, it's 10:27.
Oh my
okay,
goodness.
But we're gonna move fast. Let's move fast.
All right.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Touring, studying again, teaching, vocal coaching. What?
Okay, right.
That's a good question.
You know what? I was thinking. I came up to, well, not that I would be taking early retirement exactly, but I was thinking, what am I going to stop touring? And I thought, okay. And I just did that bubble. I think it was over COVID. You know, there was quite a lot of reflection over COVID.
Come on, COVID.
And I had COVID thoughts. Yeah, it was that reflection time. And I thought, you know what, when I've retired, what would I like to be doing when I've retired? I thought, I'd like to be doing gigs. Yeah. And I thought, oh, okay, well, then just keep doing what you're doing. Because I kind of thought I was having this kind of, and you have this kind of really nice kind of place maybe in the country and or somewhere like on the beach house. And I thought, that would be great. I mean, don't get me wrong, that would be great. But I know that would be great for about a week. And then I'd be wanting to go into
like, all right, where's the stage?
I'd want to go into some gigs. I thought, what an amazing thing. So I think that's one of the lucky things about being in music. And we do get to do what we love. So it's the kind of thing that we do what we would do when we retire. We're doing it now because part of me doesn't feel like I was ever doing a 9-to-5 job. So this is what I would choose to do if I retired. As long as my legs keep taking me there to the stage and nothing kind of packs up, I'll probably just keep doing this.
Okay, so the answers have finally come in for the song about Grace Jones. They've come in on Instagram and they've come in.
And I sung it live as well, but it was a while ago, so I just can't
Election
remember.
Day.
Oh yeah, of course it was Election Day.
They've come in. It's Election Day.
I mean, isn't she incredible? Grace Jones is fabulous. So the fact that I get to I get to inhabit Grace Jones into that election. Oh yeah, I enjoyed that.
Oh,
but we haven't done that for a long time. We haven't done that one for a long time.
Someone corrected me because I said the album was out. I'm sorry, I've listened to it and it's incredible. I think I should say that. I've heard it.
Oh, the album isn't out yet.
It doesn't come out until the 22nd.
Thank goodness I didn't say the other tracks.
I'm the one I know. But
however, the other tracks, we know the other tracks, but yeah,
it's
get it.
Great.
I had a feeling it was like,
can I be honest?
Yeah.
I don't even, and I hope this doesn't sound the wrong way, but after listening to the songs, hell, they didn't even put the best ones out.
There's some great songs.
There's some great songs on this new album.
And I'm glad we didn't tell everybody what they all were.
Because we're like, yeah, it came out. What's your favorite? Mine is blah, blah, blah. Oh, no. Okay. Fine. Go home. No, okay. Yeah. Duran Duran's album comes out on the 22nd.
Exactly.
But it's great. It's absolutely.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
Yeah, I think they found that blend of current, but still them.
Yeah, it's a fantastic album.
Yeah, they didn't.
The 22nd.
Yeah.
You almost didn't have to wait till the 22nd, but
leave it up to us. Pour in glass. I'm joking. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Okay. Oh, this is a good one for you, Anna. Anna, was Lisa Teague one of your most promising vocal students?
Oh,
she's up here.
Lisa was really. I really enjoyed what you did. One of the tracks from my album as well. Is she still? You still on?
Yeah, she's still there.
Yeah. You were up there, but I don't know if I was good enough for you, Lisa, because you only wanted one lesson. So I think maybe you were so promising that you did the lesson, and then you have blossomed into the vocal diva that you are, and you don't need me anymore.
Nah. For those who don't know, Anna also does vocal coaching.
I do.
Which she started doing during the pandemic, as we all were. But you've heard her voice, so you know she's more than capable.
I love that. I love that to pieces. Oh, the only thing you didn't play, although I know, or maybe did you get that link?
I do have the link. Let's talk about that. Let's do that.
All right.
And then
we are an hour and a half over.
I know. Okay.
Does this happen on Naked Truth?
Oh, it happens quite often.
Okay, I'm just checking.
That's why she was like, I knew it overtime, because by the time when I don't have a guest, I start running my mouth. By the time I'm done, it'll be like, whoa. 2 hours. All right, okay, good night. I'm not gonna punish. I'm not gonna put you through it anymore.
No, I'm quite happy.
Okay, so I'm gonna play a song. Anna also, as you heard, she writes and produces and executive produces. And this is one of the artists that she's been working with. It's kind of like a perfect segue. Thanks for that question. Because this is one of her. I don't want to call her a student, but she's someone that you put in the booth, and her name is Corinne, right?
She's called Corinne, and she probably isn't watching, but hopefully this is going to
she's
stay
on your
up,
live. That's right. Yes,
she might be, but Corinne. Oh, what a phenomenal voice!
Oh,
and you haven't even heard.
Hold on one second, Tony Bass. I see your question, and they've been asking this entire time, girl. Oh Lord. Good night, Mario. Please. Oh, really quick. When's your birthday?
December 31st.
Are you kidding me, Anna?
Yeah, December 31st.
You're New Year's Eve, baby?
I am, yeah.
I done. Are you kidding me?
No, no, I'm not. The 31st of December.
Okay.
23 years old.
Okay. That's right. Forever 23?
Yeah.
How do I get, really quick, because I want to play this. How do I get my 15-year-old to have a lesson with you?
Oh, just email me and we'll talk. Let's talk. I'd love that. AnnaRossMusic@gmail.com. Email me.
Okay. You keep my family and I in your prayers, please. So does everyone stay safe? Calissa, I got you, love. We'll make sure we close out with that. Okay. So go back to Corinne.
So Corinne is I did do some vocal coaching with her. Kind of March kind of lockdown, and then she was asking me if I would. She really liked First Day, and she loves it, and then she said she wanted to do an EP, and would I produce it? And I was like, wow, thank you for instilling that trust that you would love. I guess we've had that experience because we have actually, once you go through that thing where you do go through the process of making your albums, then you have actually got that skill set. I just never really kind of thought about that, but you have done it, and so have you. And so I was really touched that she wanted me to, I was really up for it. And so we produced these tracks, and I wrote a track for her. I wrote a song called Human for her. She had a lyrical idea, Superwoman, and then I thought, okay, let's make it superhuman. And I got that theme, and we wrote this track, which now she's done a video for and everything. But we can hear some of it. Let's hear some.
They can still hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So this is Corinne, and this is
You wrote this?
I wrote this track. Yeah, I wrote this track for Corinne. Yeah, and then she did a version of Amazing Grace, which is just phenomenal, which I didn't get to send. I didn't get it to you in time, but we'll do this again.
Yep, because we're gonna have to. Come on, catch it.
When love has crossed that line, another sacrifice. You giving up all your time. but you can't. Stand in a perfect storm, still gonna pull you down as I from the ground. You're gonna work it out. It's like the shores in mine, feeling stand so fine. It's time to free up your mind. Feeling that love inside. In this world, weighing heavy on you and it feels there's something to prove. I swear, do everything I can do. But you gotta understand that I do the best I can. I'm not superhuman. Got the fire and all invincible. Human. Take me as I am to get these sort of highest highs. These the power you and I. You don't need to live a lie. Yeah, do it all the time. I'm dude. What you got? Human. Do the best I can. Now I need you.
That was it. Because that was like coming out of lockdown. So I co-produced with Matt Catlow. We co-produced an EP for Kareen, and that single is coming out October. I think it might be the 17th, October the 17th or the 22nd. Anyway,
Well, that's around the
really
corner.
exciting. Yeah.
Well, Anna, we have kept you. We just have to do it again.
We will have to do it again. You've
we-
kept me against my will. Against my will. My God.
Peer
This is
pressure.
so difficult.
Peer pressure.
It's been really just so hard. The whole thing has been so difficult. I've had to have all this wine and chat about myself for over an hour now.
Well, is there anything you'd like to leave them with?
I would say keep coming back to Naked Truth Thursday because, well, I know I'm not going to be on it every week, but I'm going to start getting up in the middle of the night. Erin, I love you. And I know it's supposed to be about me, but
Yes.
oh yeah, but honestly, come on. Erin Stevenson, keeping it real with Naked Truth Thursday. And also, I will say that I'm going to post the interview because I'm going to put that on my page and then I'll put it on my, I'll give you the link as well. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
because I
post
need
it,
to share it too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's that. And just, stay safe still because hopefully we're out of the woods than we were. But stay safe and I love you and enjoy the music, enjoy the Duran times. And yeah.
They were asking us to sing something, but we'll do that next time.
We'll do that. Yeah,
They were
probably
asking
should have
us
said that before we
I
had
know.
all this. Well, yeah, we need.
We're not functioning alcoholics, so pray we never get there.
No,
But
we're not,
no. But we actually are professionals.
Well, what could we come out with? Let's come out with one of your songs, the one that you did, Naked Truth Thursday.
No.
No, all right, okay.
No.
Well,
Let's-
Fall
let-
Away then.
but
Put
then
Fall Away on again then, and we can sing that one out. The chorus, because you sang the chorus anyway, didn't you?
Yeah.
That
but
one or Common Line, because we chatted about. Oh no, that'll take ages. To
It
find.
doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna
Maybe
go, we're just gonna go out with
let's
you.
let's do Fall Away because you sang the backing vocals on Fall Away, didn't you?
Okay. Well,
And we're ending. With
Anna needs another glass. She's actually up for it. Can y'all believe?
Yeah, I could.
All right.
I could
How
have another
about
glass.
you? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's
Towards the end.
oh, I got it. Oh, we're good. I'm just gonna let this. We're good. I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna share the screen.
We did show this already, didn't we?
Yeah, it's okay. It's a great song.
All right. So you're on. I was thinking of this one because you sang backing vocals. Common Line is right up there though. Well, no, but that you know.
could all be clearer.
But we will, yeah, we're gonna. Well, I say we love you. It doesn't look like we're going anywhere.
Well, I couldn't tell you if I tried.
Okay, where's Aaron? I
We need you to sing.
Gone with the flow and the bravado. Kick to the curb tonight. Won't we go where we're heading? Just tonight, we are bright. We light up like satellites. And the meanings are break, and they will all far away. Living in the head, leaving the down, the demons weighing down your mind. High tonight, so let it all fall away. Let it all fall away, fall away, fall away. Let it all fall away, fall away. Right now, right now. Changes what I want to, and I don't need to hold on to right there. Try to control it. God on the seeds of this ground. God on the blow and the bravado. Leaving it all behind tonight. Living it out tonight. We are right. We love like satellites.
Well, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. Y'all make some noise for Anna. Hit those heart buttons, and emojis, and man, my God, it's been an hour and 43 minutes. I love you. See you next Thursday. I hope you took notes of a bunch of incredible things that Anna said. Live your life now. Live your life now. Hey, big blog. You see my Instagram post tomorrow. Don't be a passenger in your own life. And the name at the Bible say Anna Ross. Don't be a passenger in your own life. It's broken. Put the wine in. You said it. I think it's that time. It's that time. Cheers. God bless you. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful night. God bless. And don't be a passenger in your own life. Girl, that was great. I love